Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for some techmadeezy head-to-head. And that's right, to the left, we have our competitor KLEIN Tools ModBox system, and they've got some nice stuff. And to the right, we've got the ToughBuilt StackTech system, and they've got nice stuff. And who's going to win this head-to-head? Well, that will be up to you, because this video is going to be all about information so you can make the decision. We are going to be covering a ton of stuff. So why don't we go ahead and get this head-to-head started.
Hi, it's Al from techmadeezy with a real quick message. I just want to let you know the video you're about to watch is not sponsored. We went out and bought the products ourselves. So, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps. Share our video. And lastly, we hope you subscribe to our channel and become a part of the family. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed what we covered in the beginning of the intro, you can hit pause to review this, but we're going to be covering a lot. All right, timestamps will be in the description. Let's go ahead and get the head-to-head started. Round one, design. Let's take a close look at these two boxes. All right, design is to really stop for a minute and take a close look at this system that you see in front of you, okay? You'll be making a decision, but I want to give you the information. So here we go, and here is our 3-drawer system. As you can see, here is our rolling toolbox. As we go to the right, we have our tote locked in on top. We've got our cup holder that swivels on the accessory rail. We've got our beefy wheels we're going to cover in more detail in a little while. As we go around to the back, we're going to look at the handle, and you've got a nice rubber grip on here. All right, and as you can see, let's shoot this up just a little bit, and you can see that it's got some nice grip and nice rubber. As we go down, one thing I want you to see is they've got some holes here, meaning that you can actually hold maybe some tools. So that's something that's interesting. And actually down here on the bottom, you've got some holders. So depending on how long, maybe a ruler or something like that. All right, here is your locking mechanism. We're going to be showing this during the Tonneau truck cover demo. Here's your release box for your handle. You just push it in. All right, going back around the right side. Again, we've got the bag sitting real tight, locked in place. All right, coming down, we've got this bag attached. Now, this bag is actually made to be connected to a clip, but I noticed that it could sit on here. And this does actually lock, which is nice. So you can unlock it and remove it. That's a little latching system here. So put it down, and, you know, it looks like it would pop off. But I don't know if it's really made to be on here. I feel like it's made to be on here. But you could see, it's hard to tell, but you know, the latch does come off. But anyway, there's a look again at the wheels on this side. And that is our quick look at design. Let's check out ToughBuilt. All right, let's move on to ToughBuilt. Looking at it here on the top with the tote. Coming down, a 3-drawer, and coming down to the rolling box. Let's go over to the right, and we have our bag. Oh, actually, let's start here. And we have our bag. Now, the bag will not come off, but it's held on by an accessory. So keep in mind, this does not come with it. So you have to buy this in order to put your bags on the accessory rail, so keep in mind. But it's basically, you know, a simple release, take off, and put on. All right, And we go down more. You see we have handles. All right, we've got our wheels. Again, we're going to cover those a little bit more. We're here in the back now. We're at the top of the handle, and this is a little bit of rubber, not much. So you've got the plastic with a little rubber here, no grip, just some simple rubber right here. As we go down on the hand truck, we can see the button to press to raise and lower, and we can see the locking system here. And these are plastic, they are not metal. They look like they're metal. All right, with a good close look at the back. You do not get the storage that Klein offers, right, where you can put your rulers and stuff down there. They do sell an accessory for it. Let's move over to the left. We've got our cup holder. It doesn't swivel, but it does lock in place. All right, and it has a pretty strong mechanism here, but it does not swivel. Here is another handle on the 3-drawer. Here is another handle on the rolling, and you will notice that you have accessory rails on all 4 corners of this system. All right, you see here and there, and of course all the way down and all the way down. And that is a quick look at both boxes. And now it's really up to you to think about the design and which one you like. So I want to take a moment and show you the top of the boxes, because Klein Tools did something to the top of their boxes. So as you can see here, the top of the boxes for ToughBuilt are plain, right? They're just a locking system. But what Klein Tools did was they gave you a ruler, all right, all the way up to 18 inches. And they gave you a pipe groove, all right, so you can put a pipe in here or something and cut it. So just wanted to point that out. Again, that is something that Klein Tools did on all of their boxes, at least their mod boxes. So every little difference we want to show you. Next round, pricing. Let's go over the pricing of the 3-drawer toolbox and the rolling toolbox. All right, pricing is of April 2024. Let's start off with the rolling toolboxes. All right, so the Klein rolling toolbox is $149.98 regular price. The ToughBuilt rolling toolbox is $135 regular price. Let's move on to the 3-drawer system. The Klein 3-drawer system is $159.98, and the ToughBuilt is $169. And the next round is material. What are these guys made of? All right, to our left, the Klein is made of an impact-resistant polymer, which is really, in plain English, really strong plastic. And to the right, the ToughBuilt, they call it high-performance polymer construction. In plain English, strong plastic. And the next round is all about stacking and unstacking. Which one is easier? Well, let's check it out. All right, here's where the camera gets shaky. But keep in mind, these boxes are empty. So kind of gets a little weird when you want to put them on each other and take them off. They're actually better with weight. All right. But we're going to start off with the Klein Tools. And Klein Tools mechanism to stack and unstack is basically this bar down here. And when I'm done doing this, I'm going to turn this around so you can really look at the gripping system. But basically, it's this bar. Now, you can't just lift this bar and pull this up because it just doesn't work for some reason. So, you know, for me, I've always had to use 2 hands. So you just lift this up and you hold the bottom. All right? And I'll be honest with you, the bottom rolling box with any box on top was probably my most difficult because I have the 2-drawer and the single drawer also, and those when they're on top of the drawers themselves, they release and connect pretty easy. Again, this is a brand new system. It might need to wear down, but again, all right, I did it. All right, so it is released now. And we're going to take a look at the system, and then I'm going to basically put it back on. But one thing I want you to see on the top of every box, they've got some really deep grooves. And the grooves actually have grooves. So that's really helpful. As you can see here, let me try to zoom in a little bit too. Right, so just keep that in mind. I mean, this is made well. I think this will last. There'll be no issues with this. Okay, now StackTech, real quick, they use an indent back here, and then they basically latch to the front, and this piece helps lock and unlock it. I'll show you that in a moment. But let's look at the bottom of this box. So here's the bottom of the box. Now the reason why I turned it to its side is I want you to see the bite that these guys have. You got one here, and then obviously on the other side you've got one, and you've got one. So this thing grabs on in all four areas, and then it uses this latch. And as you can see, it disappears when you pull it in. But just, you know, for plastic, pretty darn good. And again, these are brand new, so having a little bit of difficulty is normal, but it works. Now I want to show you how to put them back on. Again, you just need to align them, really. They're aligned. I could tell it dropped in. Now it's not locked into place. Now to lock it into place, again, these are empty, but you can just take these hands like this on both sides and lock it in. And there is how the Klein locks and unlocks. All right, now we're going to do the ToughBuilt StackTech system. Again, this is new. All right, these are empty. Let's go ahead and show you how they unlock and lock. So unlocking, do that. And all you got to do is grab the two handles on the side. So I just want to show you, I unlocked it. I'm going to grab the two handles and pull forward. I'm done. I'm done. Now to lock this, I take it, and that's it. It's locked again. Pretty darn easy. Now let's take a look at the locking system. So let's look at it from the front for a minute. I'm going to show you the front of this box. Now, this is the trigger, all right? And when that trigger hits this piece of plastic here, it basically locks in, and then the switch changes. So watch this. When I push this in, it's now locked. These two came out and locked it. And to unlock it, pull it in. It's unlocked now. All right? Now, if you look at it from the bottom, you're going to see that it's got two latches in the back, and I'll turn this around so you can see it. And then again, it's got the two latches in the front. So it's got four latches. And again, that is the release point there. All right. And again, a good pattern for strength in the box. But let me show you the bottom pieces in a minute. So here are the back latches that grab the back. All right. That's all they do. They don't lock. They just grab the back. And then the front two lock. And that's the ToughBuilt StackTech locking system. And the next round is all about the wheels. The wheels go round and round. All right, here they are, wheel to wheel, in this head-to-head video. And let me lower the camera so you can kind of get a different view from the ground. You can actually see the wheels. And then let's take a closer look. So they're both rubber, and they both have ball bearings. So this is the outside of the ToughBuilt, and it's got some flexibility, all right, being rubber. Now this one's got a larger rim, but again, this is rubber. This is a rubber tire, so it's got that flexibility. Now let's take a look at the other side of the wheel, and that might show a different story. Now here is the ToughBuilt, As you can see, it's got a honeycomb type pattern, you know, but they're pretty hollow, you know, getting my finger in. And then you've got this layer of rubber. All right. And looking at the Klein, you know, again, it's still hollowed out. I can put my finger in it. It has less grooves. All right, if I can actually, I can't really lift the box. Well, I can lift the box because there's no tools in it. But there's what you're looking at there. And they are tighter to the box. So the box, as you can see, you know, tighter to the box. Now, same thing here. They are tighter to the box. Well, that's a good look at the wheels. And the next round is handles. A lot of things have to be handled a certain way. Let's check these out. So I decided to put these back to back for a minute so you can see that the handle height, I believe, is about the same. We're going to go over measurements in a little while, you know, but if you just look at the handles, right, go all the way down, and then we come over here to kind of see, you know, profile. All right, profiles are very similar in the sense that when we look at this and we look at this, but we'll check the measurements because we're also going to be doing a truck bed test. But the handles, as you can see here, you've got your release button here for Klein, and you've got your release button here for ToughBuilt. Now when we look at the top of the handle, this is actually a wider handle that Klein has. Well, I should say not the handle part, because then they've got these two boxes on the other side. I wonder if this is going to be used for something. You know what? These manufacturers always make stuff that's going to be used for something. But I do like this rubber. I'm going to tell you now. And this has rubber too, but there's no grip. So look at the grip on the Klein on the bottom. All right, you see that grip? That's really good grip that you got down there. And again, a nice piece of rubber. I like this part for sure. Now the bars on the Klein do look a little thicker than the ones on the ToughBuilt. Not by much, by a drop, all right? But let's drop this down. Let me just press this button and it's gonna go, all right, all the way down. Let's press this button on the Klein. Move my hand real quick. And you can see here that the Klein is a little taller now when it's dropped all the way down. All right. Now, if you didn't notice, Klein actually has spots for accessories on their handle. So let's pull this up for a minute. You'll notice that you've got 4 spots here. And you also have places where those tools can rest and not fall out. So that's pretty nice, actually. And, you know, you're not getting that on the ToughBuilt, but they sell an accessory for it. And we'll go over accessories later on. But how easy are these handles to take off? Well, let's try that. Now, before I take off the handles, I want to show you where the releases are. So you've got a release here, okay, and a release here for the Klein, and then here you have a latch, and then you have another latch for the ToughBuilt. I'm going to start off with the Klein. I've never done this before, but I want to be a first-time user. I've done that already. So they're showing locked over here, and I'm wondering, do I pull? I don't know. All right, it looks like you got to pull it on both sides. So if I pull it on both sides, it shows unlocked. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then this side, I'm doing this with one hand. Okay. So now it's unlocked. That means the handle should be able to come out. So, wow, that was easy. All right. And then you take your handle and do what you want with it. But that was easy. Wow, what a simple lock and unlock, lock. Again, piece of plastic in there. But really, that is pretty cool. Well, let's check out the ToughBuilt. All right, on the ToughBuilt, you just got to pull these latches up like that. Like that. And then this should just come out. Yeah. Real easy. So, both pretty nice. I'd like to look under here and see. Oh, okay. So you can see what this looks like. Let me turn the box upside down. It might be better. Box is upside down. Again, these are plastic. They look like they could be aluminum, but they're plastic. But basically, very similar situation, right? Kind of goes in a hole, comes out. So, a little piece of plastic, like everyone, you know, plastic. But again, that's also weight. And there you go. These two were very easy to take off. Now, the last part of handles is lifting these boxes. Now, Klein has a lip under the accessory rail, and that is your handle, all right, on both sides. And that's the same for the 3-drawer box. And ToughBuilt actually has a handle that comes out, locks in place like that, and then kind of hides, which is kind of nice. So, not bad. And you get the same handle on the 3-drawer. Again, this handle is on both sides of the box, same as the accessory rail is on both sides of the Klein box. And that is the handles. The next round is on locking. And always be good, never get locked out. But let's check this out. All right, let's go ahead and start off with Klein tools. So, Klein tools on the 3-drawer and all of their drawers, right? The single drawer, the 2-drawer, they actually have this latch. Now, this is a hard plastic latch. I thought it was metal. But they've got reinforced steel on their locking places here. All right? And this, all you do is push this in and release the bar. Now, I'm doing this with one hand, so let me put the camera real quick into place. All right, and so push this in and it releases, and then this thing just lays down and hides underneath the drawers. Pretty cool. Again, lift this up. As you can see, the mechanism, really nice. Again, steel reinforced, so that'll lock all 3 drawers, standard. Now, the other thing that Klein did is they actually have a locking point that comes all the way down and matches all of their boxes, at least the toolbox drawers and the rolling for sure. Now, why did they do that? Well, I'm going to show you a small video or image so you can see that you can lock all your drawers together with a cable lock. Check this out. As you can see on this image, you can lock your boxes together. Now, this guy actually put it through the wheel also, but nice option to have, especially if you leave your boxes on job sites and stuff like that. Now, locking the big rolling box, you basically have a steel reinforced spot right here. So you've got one area to lock the rolling box. Now let's talk about ToughBuilt StackTech, because in this area they're going to fall short. I'm just going to tell you now. As you can see on the 3-drawer, there is no locking option. Now, I don't know if they're coming out with an accessory, an official accessory that goes on here that will lock these drawers. There are third-party things out there with people with 3D printers, but that's not official, so that's not fair. But as you can see on the box, on the toolbox, you've got 2 locking points, all right? You've got one here that goes all the way down, and you have one more on the opposite side, all right? So what do you think about the locking round? Any thoughts? Post a comment down below. I'm very interested in hearing what you have to say. Next round is accessories. And boy, there are a lot, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to start off with the Klein. And I'm going to show you, this is one of their accessories. Now their accessory bar is really where their accessories get attached, so keep that in mind. So this is a permanent bar. And this is a cup holder that swivels, right? So when you're tilting your toolbox back, your drink won't spill. There's not even a chance. But this is, if I could pull this out, a locking mechanism. So this grabs on, and that's kind of your release. So you just take this clip and it locks it on the bottom. This won't come out. This specific one will just not come out. It's not made to come out. It locks really good. You just have to press the bottom, release it, and take it off. So really, really nice accessory. All right. Now when we look at the cup holder on the ToughBuilt, you've got, first of all, let me take the cup out. So it does lock into place. But if I take this off, it's got a pretty strong mechanism. So these are the accessory rails, right? This is basically what they use for all their accessories. And something else I'll show you in a minute. But you just kind of put this in here, push it down, it locks in place. You take your cup and you just turn it, and that will stay in place. And that won't, as long as this is sealed, you won't have any leaks. All right, and there's a lot of accessories I'm going to show you in a minute that work with these accessory rails. Now let's talk about these bags. So as you can see, these are like electrician type bags and stuff. And what happens is this is a clip that goes on, and actually you can put this on your belt, right? So this goes on your belt and it locks. And then, when you want to remove your pouch, you just kind of pull up and it releases. So it's a pretty thick, beefy system here. Again, this goes on your belt and it locks like that. All right, unlock, put it on your belt. So works, again, really simple. Release, just pull up your bag. This is on your belt, that stays in place. Now, I noticed this could also be attached to the side rail. But for some reason, I don't think it's really made for it. I could be wrong, but when I put, let me move this in the back actually. So when I put this on the rail, it's got the clip, So like that, and you hear this lock, but it does come loose, I can take it off just as easy as I can put it on. So I don't know that that's made for that. I'm just being honest with you, okay? But now let's show you the ToughBuilt one. Again, similar, very similar, right? Put this on your belt, lock it, right? And again, this is just made. Locks, take it off, unlock, all right? But they also have a bar that you can buy, and it'll be in the accessories. But as you can see here, this bar basically locks on, holding on to the accessory rails. They make this for the sides only. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. So you would take this, right? You would put it in, lock it in place, and then you would just drop your bag on there like that. Now this is not coming off, okay, unless you push this in and take it off. Now let's look at more accessories, because I want to show you what's available today for accessories. I'm not going to go over future stuff. What's available today for both of these systems? Let's check it out. I'm going to pull up some images. Let's start off with the ToughBuilt StackTech accessories. So you could see on the left-hand corner, on the upper left-hand corner, you got the long tool holder. That is made for like sledgehammers and levels and things like that. So it's pretty strong to hold a sledgehammer. Now as we go down to the bottom left, you've got a work surface. You can actually put that on top of a box. You then have a smooth work surface. I think that has measuring, as well, like a ruler on there. On the upper middle, we've got the ClipTech bar. We just showed you that. You go down, we've got the ClipTech pouches. They have many of them, by the way. Same thing with Klein. They have a bunch. On the upper right, we've got a towel/wire bar. So that can hold paper towels. It can hold wire. In the middle on the right, you've got the cord wrap, right? You can wrap some cord. And then obviously on the bottom right, you've got a 20-ounce tumbler we just showed you. Let's check out Klein stuff now. here are some Klein accessories. So in the upper left-hand corner, we've got a tool carrier. That's nice. You can put some tools in it. On the bottom left, we've got a parts bin. Going to the right on the top, we've got a case adapter. And that allows you to buy like these cases of bits and stuff, like tool bits. And supposedly they snap right into that. Down below in the middle, we've got a magnet strip. So you can just throw a couple of, steel tools on that and it'll just hold it. And on the bottom, you've got an internal rail. I'm going to show you after this some images and stuff on the internal rail and how Klein also uses the inside of the box for organization. Moving to the right, on the top, we've got Clip-Tex pouches. And then you saw the cup. We've got the swivel cup holder. I like that it swivels. It's pretty interesting. I like that you can also use your own cup. And on the bottom right, you've got a multi-hook. That's for cords and a bunch of stuff. But let's take a look at the internal capabilities of Klein. So this is just an image of what that internal rail accessory does. It then allows you to connect accessories that you could normally put on the side inside, which is pretty interesting. All right. And then this next one, I noticed also an image on Klein's website, how they sell a bar, I guess, that will go inside of the large rolling toolbox that you can actually organize your cord if you're an electrician or something like that. All right. And the next round is components. Now we're talking about toolboxes and drawers and coolers. And let's check it out. And I'm going to show you an image for each of these companies. So here is what's available right now for ToughBuilt when it comes to components, organizers, drawers, toolboxes. All right, as you can see, there are some stars that are highlighting some items that maybe Klein doesn't have. So on the left side, you've got an extra large toolbox. Now that is actually the same size as the rolling toolbox, except it doesn't have wheels. In the middle, on the bottom, you've got a crate. All right, so that is something that I did not see that Klein had. And on the bottom right, you've got an extra large cooler. All right, I saw the small cooler, the compact cooler Klein had, but I didn't see an extra large. There's more ToughBuilt coming up because they have more, but let's go ahead and show you Klein. Here is Klein. So you can see on the left-hand side, they've got 3 toolboxes right now. They got the large rolling, they've got a medium, and then they've got a small. And then they've got the drawers, right? So let me tell you, they have a single drawer, they have a double drawer, which, right now ToughBuilt doesn't have. Of course, ToughBuilt has a 3-drawer, so there's no star next to the 3-drawer on the Klein. But I'll tell you, I love that locking mechanism on the Klein. Now, there's a star next to a bag on the bottom. That is an actual backpack. So it's a ModBox backpack. And then on the right, you've got more, right? We've got all these organizers. We've got the cooler on the upper right-hand corner. We've got the totes and the tool bags on the bottom right. Pretty cool. Now, important to mention when we talk about components, ToughBuilt has a 2-in-1 convertible hand truck, right? That can be used as a hand truck, but can also be used as a 4-wheel, and you can put your StackTech boxes on it. In the middle, they've got a 4-wheel cart. I didn't see that with Klein. I really looked hard, and I didn't see that. So you can do a 4-wheel cart. And on the upper right, you've got shelving, and on the bottom right, you've got a cargo carrier that snaps into a trail hitch, and then you can actually put some of the boxes on there, which is really nice. And your next round is measurements. Let's check out the measurements. So I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. It'll be a little easier. But we've got the rolling toolbox measurements. On the top, you're going to have your height with the handle full, the handle lowered, and the handle removed. Then we've got the width and the depth of the box itself. You go down further, you're going to have your internal measurements, height, width, and depth. ToughBuilt is on the left, Klein is on the right. All right. hit pause if you want to review this. We're going to take a moment and actually open these up and take a look at them as well. There is a visual for you. On the left is ToughBuilt. On the right is Klein. Next up is the 3-drawer measurements. On the left is ToughBuilt. On the right is Klein. So you can see, obviously, the 3-drawer total as far as the box itself. And on the bottom, you'll actually see the drawer height, width, and depth. And I will bring up an image as well, so you can see on the left side is ToughBuilt, on the right side is Klein. All right, it's time to look at the drawers, and then I'll look at the toolboxes. So I just want to show you, first of all, that these are not going to come out, right? They're not made to just fall out. There is a latch that grabs on, okay? So there's a definite latch that locks these in, all right? Same thing, right? So there is a latch that basically holds these. But let's pull these out for a minute and do, first of all, you know, you've got ball bearing rails, first of all. So let's take a look at the ToughBuilt real quick. Just a good look. I feel like there's some oil over here, maybe just for longevity. And then let's look at the Klein now. All right, so they're full extending. And again, that one is the Klein. This one is the ToughBuilt. All right. So these do extend all the way, giving you the full length of the box system. All right. So looks like this one doesn't all the way for some reason. It's the majority, but I feel a lip here. All right, that's just the reality. Now you can see here, all right, but this looks like all the way out, all the way out. All right, now let's talk about measurements real quick inside the drawers. So the height of the drawers are the same. They're 3.5 inches in height. So you'll see here. So we've got 3.5 inches, no problem. And 3.5 inches, no problem. Okay, now depth-wise, I think the ToughBuilt is deeper. So if we go from the drawer, we're getting about 13 inches in depth. All right. And the Klein, I believe, is about 12.5. Yeah, about 12.5. There you go. Now, width-wise, I believe the Klein is wider. So the ToughBuilt is 15 inches. All right. The Klein is 16 and almost a half. So you are getting more width here. All right. All right, rolling toolbox time. So locking, you've got 2 latches, right? 1, 2, and here, center latch. All right, center latch. So open this up. Now, the ToughBuilt does include a shelf that sits on top. I don't know where I put it, but it actually is a shelf with a handle that does come with it, okay? And the Klein didn't come with anything, but, you know, has the ability to do stuff, as we showed you in the accessory part there. Let's just take a look at measurements. So the internal measurements, we'll start off since we have the boxes open. The height on the ToughBuilt is 13.6 internal. So if we go from the bottom of the box, yeah, I mean, you know, I get about 13.6. Yeah, I think it's a little shorter on the height on the Klein. I think it's 13.4 if I'm not mistaken. Move that out of the way. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter, just a drop. Okay, the depth on the Klein is 13.6, and that's the same for the ToughBuilt. And I think we have to kind of go down here for the depth because of this, as you can see here, kind of, it's not straight down. But on the depth, 13.6 inches in the depth, okay? The width on the ToughBuilt is 18.8 inches in width. All right, 18.8 inches, almost 19, but 18.8 inches in width. All right, and the Klein's width is actually wider at 19.6. You know, just a little bit wider. I noticed that also, even when it was closed. And the next round is the truck bed test. Let's take these and throw them in a truck bed. All right, so really simple, but I thought I'd show it to you. You know, a lot of people ask, do these fit in the truck bed? Do you have to open the tonneau cover? I've got a pretty strong tonneau cover I bought a long time ago. I bought a cheap one a while back and then decided to get one of these really strong ones. I'll put the video I did in the video description on this if you want to check it out. It's really nice. It's not cheap though, it's very expensive. But let's go ahead and just get some measurements real quick. I just want to see what we're dealing with here height-wise with the tonneau cover closed. So if I go up all the way down, I'm probably looking at about 20 inches usable because of these grooves on this thing I put on my truck bed to protect it. So about 20 inches easily. So as you can see, if you take the handles off, you're not going to have an issue putting these in a truck bed, right? Handles come off real easy, especially on this one. Wow, I didn't realize this is all you do. You pull out the handle, right? And then in there with no issue, right? And then we'll do this one real quick. And then I'll take a measurement and show you how much is left, so you're aware of that. Again, these two are just latches. 1, 2. They look like they're metal. They're not. Don't be fooled. But that comes right off. And you could see that these fit without an issue, with extra room on top. But you can put these in your truck beds. You can take the handles off with no issues. All right? And the next round is durability. Will you last long? Will you stay with me throughout our journey? So durability, to be honest with you, these both, in my first impression, are going to last. They're both built very well. You know, I can't say that for others. You know, there were definitely some products that I looked at on the mobile tool workstation system that didn't feel that way. But, you know, ToughBuilt obviously has got these steel rails, you know, just a real thick plastic. Same thing here. You know, these guys, you know, this is not made cheap. I just don't feel that way, you know. So real thick, reinforced in a lot of areas. So my judgment, my impression, they both will last long. And the next round is IP rating. This is weather rating. Can I leave my boxes out in the rain? What if I get caught up in the rain? Let's check this out. All right, so as far as IP rating is concerned, the drawers don't have any IP rating. All right, you just can't put seals around these guys. But guess what? The ToughBuilt StackTech is IP65, and the Klein ModBox rolling box, they're both IP65. I'll put something on the screen on the bottom so you could see what that means. Now for the IP rating, I wanted to show you the seal inside the box. So let's do the Klein for a second. And you open this up, and you'll see here that while this box is about to fall back, because it's empty, this locks in place, by the way, which is nice. But look at this seal. All right, so this is all around the box. Nice thick seal with a groove that pretty much kind of goes on here. So this kind of like bang, seals it up, right? Now, here is the ToughBuilt. All right, and that lid stays in place, by the way. Now, one thing that they did differently was they also have a steel reinforced lid. So this is steel right here. It's something that you can see Klein doesn't have. All right, but here is the rubber seal. Goes all the way around. All the way around. Take this ride with me. So, steel reinforced lid. And there is the seal for the IP65. And here is basically where it would go. So that is a good look at why these two are rated IP65. And the next round is weight capacity. How much stuff can I put in these boxes? All right, for weight capacity, believe it or not, they're both the same. So the rolling toolboxes can hold 250 pounds. That is amazing. And the drawer systems can actually hold 50 pounds. So 50 pounds, 50 pounds, 250, and 250. And there you go. That's your weight capacity. And the next round is warranty. What if something goes wrong? Will you help me? Let's check this out. All right, concerning warranty, ToughBuilt states they have a limited lifetime warranty. And Klein, a little different. They call it the normal life of the product. They don't say limited lifetime warranty. They don't say lifetime warranties. That's what they say. And by the way, the ModBox drawers, they're going to be updating the warranty because it doesn't list toolboxes. It just lists pouches and tool bags. All right, guys. Wow. What do you think? I mean, these two have so many cool things to offer, really. And I sure hope that our video helped you in some way. And if it did, do me a favor, please take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. It took us a while to put this video together and grab all the information and make it as easy as possible for you. We like adding value. We're all about details. And if you want to follow us, by the way, on social media, we'll put our social media right up top. Follow us on social media. Check us out. We also have a Tesla channel. We just got a Tesla about a year ago. Got about almost 19,000 miles now. But if you want, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube at My Tesla Journey 1, and you'll be able to check out some of the videos we're doing. Not too much, not yet, but again, give us a thumbs up. That'd be great. I'll put some videos on the right side. And if you want to subscribe to Techmadeezy and join the family, take a moment and click that round circle, that round Techmadeezy circle, and you'll be able to join the family. We'd love to have you. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great day.